Hi, Price family. It's Crystal Purrier, your librarian, and today I'm going to help you navigate Tumble Books. Tumble Books is a digital resource for reading that we get free subscription through the Kentucky Virtual Library. And to get us started, we're going to go to the Price Library website. So there is the shortened URL to get us there through Bitly. So if you've not been there before, that is how you're going to get there. Type that up in the address bar. It is case sensitive, so make sure you use a capital P and a capital L. And on the library website, we're going to go to the tabs for KYVL. We're going to click on it. And we have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to get to Tumble Book Library. And as I explored at Tumble Book Library, I came across a lot of great features that can help you during NTI to help with some of your lessons. You can use this again as just a reading resource when you may want to explore a certain book title to share with the students. But there's also some really great things for science on here too, or social studies. So if you are going to look for a specific title, I would suggest that you say you have a book in mind that you want to do virtually and you know exactly what title you're looking for. I would go to the index and search by title. So if I want Kittens First Moon, I would go to the K's and see if it's in there. And unfortunately, not there. So I would start thinking about a different title I wanted. You can keep a collection of favorites on Tumble Books. It's going to be saving to your device. So if you change devices, let's say you're going to use your laptop or Chromebook at home, and then we get to go back to in person and you're using your PC, it's going to be saving in a different on a different website. So it's using those cookies. So when we're saving, that's going to be a little different. You can create a playlist. Playlists are if you want one book to start and then a second book to start. It's probably not something that you're going to want to use for NTI. But you can also here search by Common Core standards. So as you are working with Common Core and you have something with reading that you want to fulfill, it will let you do that. Informational text, mathematics. There is a Tumble Books Math. That's another dedicated Tumble Books that we can look at in another video. But you can, I guess, obviously, Tumble Books Library has it as well. It's just a better organized than Tumble Books Library by itself. So you could click on the standard that you're looking for, and it's going to give you some titles that will fulfill that standard. You can add this to your favorites, the search. You can look at some of the lesson plans that are there. The book report seems like it's a good idea, but it's not going to have any way for your students to deliver it to you in NTI. It's not going to drop into Google Classroom. It only has a printable version. So you may want to decide if there's something different that you want the students to do related to some of these book titles. My assignments, is something that we could build, but I think because we are using a free version through KYVL and not like a school subscription, so it's not like Price bought this and then we have the subscription ourselves. I don't think this is something that will work for us, so let's ignore that. And then how to tumble. I'm kind of showing you that today, so like ignore that. So we'll go back to our home screen and we'll look at some of the different titles and books that they have. So as you go to the home page, there are some things that have come up that are kind of pandemic COVID related. So here is a till the virus ends and wash your hands. Now, this little icon here with our treble clef and sharps and music notes, identify that that is a song. So I'm sure there are some of us who are already thinking, well, that will be a great thing too for a meeting that we could use. Don't touch your chin, don't rub your eye, don't pick your nose or... All right, so I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but there's an option for you to do that. So to get rid of this, we'll go up to the top tabs and exit out. And then hit the back button, or you can go back to home. So then that storybooks tab, that's really kind of what you're looking at in your options in that. It's things that are really going to tell us more of a story. Things that you're going to think about are that most are classic picture books, are classic storytelling that are going to get us in that literature. Read-alongs are what I would think about that are they're more chapter books. So when you open one of those up, you're going to notice that there is a lack of pictures. It's really just text. But there are things that you could do with your students when you're just looking at a text. There's things that you could highlight. You could change the text options to make it a little bigger if you needed to do that as you were sharing. You can create notes. Move that over. Where there's little sticky notes, and you could pause and say, okay, let's identify a vocabulary word that I wanted to see if the students understood what that meant. Ebooks come with more features. So this one kind of made me more excited about. We are going to be in 6 weeks. So you could feature below because our books are so rich with great storytelling. And so looking at the titles here that are available really, sparked my interest of having those. So something like Taylor Despero could be something that you could share in the 6 weeks by reading it. You scroll down to turn your pages in. If you chapter menu at the bottom can get you to your different chapters. Another Kate Camillo, sorry, that I really like that's newer if you want to try out something new is the Flora and Ulysses, and it actually has some animation to it. So it's a fun one. Graphic novels would be one that would be great to share with students who really enjoy the graphic novels. Now they're going to think more along the lines, I want to read, Batman, Superman, Big Nate. They're not featured here on Tumble Books, but they really like the Geronimo Stilton series too. There is Lego Ninjago. My tongue is really not working this morning. So there are some other ones that they do like. So just showing those, and sometimes our kids really do gravitate to certain ones, but they're also not very picky. Nonfiction, which our students love and are great for working in NTI, are here as well. And what I really liked looking at those is a lot of these are videoed. And what we know, right, is that these are oftentimes more engaging.
A butterfly is patient. It begins as an egg beneath an umbrella.
Than us trying to navigate a book on our own and trying to read that on our own. So our students will watch this during NTI with a little bit more engagement than without it. So that was a good thing that I like about Tumble books. And there's quizzes. And so you can click on the quiz. It'll tell you the standard that it's working with. And you can have the kids, you can do this together, or you can have the kids complete it, as an activity. You can do the full quiz together or randomizer. The part that I'm not certain about is how you would know that they completed it. There's a print option, but you could do a screenshot, right, where they do a print screen and send that screenshot, or they could do, if you teach them how to do a snipping tool, they could show you that and turn that in. But it'd be fun just to do, it'd be very good, a good tool just to have them complete this quiz with you to review at the end of a read aloud. There was one I was looking at earlier that, oops, be careful about how many times you move out, you'll lose it. With the nonfiction, this Animals Black and White had a supplemental video. So I had a National Geographic video that came with it.
We're here in China searching for wild giant pandas. That's right, wild pandas. You may have seen pandas in zoos. They're one of the most popular in the remote mountain forests of central China.
Got the little buttons were over top of one another. Trying to stop the panda video, and I stopped my recording video. So you can extend on what was going on. So that's the next tab here is National Geographic videos. So in another video I showed you those with our Gale resources in National Geographic, so we have those too. But they will pair those up with a title. We can support our ESLs with our books in Spanish and books in French. And playlist I talked